if you look seriously, you'll realize that if we have one of us, ophuma eceleni, asimncengi. Let me just tell you, abantu asebeke baba o-Secretary General kule sebe u-7 manje. Ngoba sidlali. Noma ngabe uzazi ukuthi umkhulu, uyathandwa, uyikho konke, we don't care. We talk about our party. Laba bala kule party, abathi mabebona umuntu engasebenzi sikhuluma lesazi ukuthi kwenze njani noma eneyinkinga noma onile. Ebese sithi awusuke. Akekho umuntu odala ukuthi uyohlala esikhundleni kuyozangena ezulwini. Ayikho lonto. Akuyona indaba yakho if you don't know. Ozubuza ukuthi kwenze njani. Kunabantu abaze bathi bafuna ukulokhuza ukuprotesta ngoba sithatha idecision ethile. Kusho ukuthi ayikakheki le party le. Ayikakheki ngalendlela esifuna ngayo. Nginitshela impela. Nani nivuma impela nize nixoxe indaba nibhale ngayo. Yini yona le sifuna inkululeko la. Asivikeli umuntu. Sikhuluma nomonke umuntu la. Nalabo esathi kuqala bahambe azange sibaxoshe. Wayihambela ngoba kwakunezinto ezirong. Singafuni ukubaphoxa. Sitsheni isizwe ukuthi boneni. Ngoba iningi labo loneli kukhulu. Manje why bese ningena indaba eningayazi? Aniyona high command. Aniyona high command. I-high command okufanele ukuthi ikhulume indaba zalenhlangano. Kowenza kahle nongenzi kahle. Kowenza inkinga nongenzi inkinga. Akuyona indaba yawenu le sengitshena abadala ke manje nothi ngani. Ngoba ibona ngizoyekuthiwa impela bazobe beprotesta. Kufanele ngabe sithola inkululeko silwela inkululeko siyavikelana sodwa.
That was the best decision ever. And everyone that we spoke to, it's like they like they were to criminalize him, saying, I will never trust a person who knew that the deputy president is leaving. And then they isolate him on the basis that he knew that I'm leaving. It's not only Mbuyiseni, those comrades knew, we discussed it, and we reached the same conclusion that we're not being fair to society if we say that this comrade can lead this country. All of us agreed with the people who are leading EFF now. That is basically, that is the reality of the situation. The people who are leading EFF, all of us were unanimous. And then the issue was, what do we do? If I wanted to destabilize it, someone is asking, were you sponsored to destabilize the EFF? If I wanted to destabilize the EFF, I would have started a faction inside and caused distractions and this. Every day, the political scoundrels work endlessly to speak negatively about the work that we're doing. I was saying, actually, I said it in the national officials meeting because we can't hold that meeting in private, even when people are talking now. That in December 2024, there was a statement written to remove me as the Secretary General on the basis that I'm about to announce a political party with Tokyo Zuhwale and Lindo Sisulu, whom I've never spoken to about anything. Draft statement and was even shared with me. Remove him today because he is going to form a political party. And that is full-time work that is dedicated on everything that we do. When you sit down, it's a problem. When you stand up, it's a problem. When you go out, it's a problem. When you come in, it's a problem every day. Because those who surround him have got evil intentions in terms of what about to happen. I last spoke to President Zuma on the day when we had a press conference in Durban, and I said to him, thank you very much, Comrade President, for having given me the opportunity to lead and for entrusting me with the responsibility to be national organizer and Secretary General. I really appreciate it. And then the other thing I said was that if there's deployment to Parliament, I think for stability of the organization, I can still add value to the organization even as an ordinary member of the National High Command and then contribute to its growth. That is what I said to the last conversation which we had with President Zuma. I did explain the issue and reminded President Zuma of the conversations on what ended up with Malawi 3. And throughout my explanation and reminding him of our conversation in Namibia, he agreed to that. He says, Ngakumbula. When the DSG sitting next to me was even saying, wrote me a note that you are safe, they won't do anything to you. Then I was asked to leave the meeting, and then the meeting remained there. And then they said, I don't believe anything that he said. He wants to take over the organization. Actually, we must go and reverse all the decisions that he has taken. Let's disband all the structures. Let's reverse everything, including the constitution. I said, people can do whatever they want to do. I'm not starting any solo project. We must stop these things that political parties are personal projects, like a music band. Brenda Fassie and the Black Dudes. That if Brenda Fassie is not there, the Black Dudes can operate. A political party can have that character. But we have got political organizations in this country which are like Brenda Fassie and the Black Dudes. Well, if Brenda Fassie is not there, the Black Dudes are not there. We can't have an organization like that. There must be an organization that exists in every corner of South Africa, whether there is a Floyd or no Floyd, or whoever is there must be the expression of the collective ideals of the political party.
Welcome to the fire where the stakes ignite, where the questions burn hotter than the night. No escape once you're locked in the heat. This is your trial on the hot seat. Welcome to the fire where the stakes ignite, where the questions burn hotter than the night. No escape once you're locked in the heat. This is your trial on the hot seat. Ticking clocks and a sweat-soaked scene. Can you handle the pressure or split at the seams? Truth or dare with no retreat. The spark